a new war.
Thank you. We move on the second row. Tatiana, yes.
Thank you very much. Tatiana Vysotska, European Pravda, Ukraine. Today the ministers were supposed to talk about the security guarantees for Ukraine and the prosperity plan. And as we know, the best security, one of the best security guarantees is the membership of Ukraine in the European Union. And now there are a lot of discussions concerning the date, the year when this accession is possible. There are a lot of talks around 2027 as the accession year. Do you think it is possible for Ukraine to join the EU in 2027? If not, then when? And recently, Prime Minister of Hungary, Viktor Orban, he said that there is some secret document where 2027 goal is mentioned, and he was criticizing that widely. Is this document really exist? Can you tell? Is it a prosperity plan, maybe? Thank you so much.
Thank you. What is clear is that Ukraine's future lies in the European Union. So we are working on this, the process of joining European Union. But I also want to stress that enlargement is a geopolitical choice in this geopolitical world, what we have right now. I think it's good to be the region where, countries want to join us voluntarily, by the way. And there are many of those. But we also need to deliver on this. I think we need to see in coming years really development and new countries joining to make us also stronger on the geopolitical sphere. Thank you.
Valentina, over there? Yes? Yes?
Yes, Angela Mauro, HuffPost Italy. Thanks for the opportunity. High Rep, it's on the board of peace. You said the future of Gaza is up to the Palestinians. Can you share with us anything on the discussion among the ministers on the board of peace, if there is any news about this on the Trump's board of peace? Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Thank you. Actually, we had the discussion with the ministers on the board of peace last Monday, before the process. So we did the legal analysis of the charter, and the position of member states is that we are supporting the Board of Peace that would be in accordance with the UN Security Council resolution. If you read the Security Council resolution, it is about Gaza. It is limited in terms of time in 2027, and it has clear role for the Palestinians also in the process. Now, the Charter of Board of Peace right now is much wider. It doesn't have the equality of states that most of countries have in their constitutions or in their laws, that they can only join international organizations, whereas the equality of the states is respected. If you read the charter, then it's not even the states, or states are not equal in this Board of Peace. So the approach has been to try to narrow the Board of Peace down to Gaza, like it was meant to be in the United Nations Security Charter. But what I want to stress, what the minister said, is that we really want to work in order to have a sustainable peace in Gaza. So there is a willingness to work with that, but as we are all democracies, then we also are bound by the rules of these democracies, for example, regarding joining the international organizations.
To the front, Jorge, in red, yes.
Hello, Jorge Liboreido with Euronews. I have a question on Ukraine and Russia. I'm sure you know there's been a lot of talk lately about the possibility of reopening diplomatic channels with Russia. Emmanuel Macron and Giorgia Meloni are among those who call for this re-engagement to happen to avoid depending on the White House diplomacy, which, as you know, is not always predictable. There's still no unanimity on the issue, but where exactly do you stand? Do you think the time has come to pick up the phone and call the Kremlin? And who should do it? Should it be you? Should it be one of the 27 leaders? Or should we spend 6 months trying to find a special envoy of some kind? Thank you.
Thank you. We can't be the demandeurs here that, we go to Russia, talk to us. What is the picture right now is that, the concessions that the Americans are putting on Ukraine are quite strong. So I don't think there's anything that we can offer to Russia on top of that, what they already sort of get in their understanding with the Americans, which means that why should they talk to us? Because they get what they want in this relationship. So, of course, what we need to see and what we are working on is putting more pressure on Russia so that they would go from pretending to negotiate to actually negotiate, and also to take into account the worries that we have with Russia that this war will not continue and this war will not expand to other territories. So I think this is important to understand. If you look at these Abu Dhabi discussions, then Russians were not present on the level that has the right to make decisions. So they are not really taking this seriously.
Thank you. Vitaly here, and then we'll move on the other side of the room.
Thank you, Vitaly Sizov, Freedom. Did you discuss the loan for Ukraine, how you're going to spend it? Because Minister for Foreign Affairs Sibiha, he said that Ukraine need at least $15 billion per year to buy American weapon. Is it possible to buy American weapon on this money? And the second question, on Donbas region, State Secretary of United States Rubio said that it's a central issue in negotiation. Several months ago, I think you comment already on this topic. Is there is some changes? What do you think? Should Ukraine withdraw armed forces or give up Donbas at sake of peace? Because today morning you said that some concession, so-called, is possible in exchange of guarantee of security. Is it help to increase security of Ukraine?
Thank you. So first on the loan and how to spend it. If you recall the European Council decision on this loan, it had sort of a cascade principle. So first, of course, if Ukrainian industry or European industry are able to provide the urgent needs that Ukraine has, then it should be bought from there. But if not, then it could be bought outside Europe or Ukraine to answer the urgent needs that Ukraine has. So yesterday I had a meeting with European defense industry, like a group of representatives from the defense industry, and I was also saying them very clearly that if you are not really ramping up your production and speeding up your processes, you're going to lose this money, because the urgent needs of Ukraine are the first, and then if you are not able to provide, the money will go outside to those providers who can. Now, then on the second question, of course, it's up to Ukraine to decide what kind of concessions Ukraine is willing to make. What I was saying is that, if they are making concessions, then Ukrainians have been very clear that it has to be in exchange for tangible security guarantees, because it is also very hard to explain to your people that why you have to make these concessions unless you have the rest of Ukraine then in peace. And that is what they have to decide. Now, the security guarantees that we are providing, the coalition of the willing is providing, are there, but there also has to be tangible security guarantees from United States. Not on paper, but really very, very concrete, and they can't be also conditional, because, if you're making such hard decisions, then you also need to have security afterwards.
We move to the other side of the room. To be fair, we'll come back to this part. Nick, here. Coming.